And I think, yes, the next action to be taken should be a serious presence of federal might, and then at the same time, a declaration of a state of emergency in Plateau State.
All right, let me reference your confirmation earlier that, I mean, initially the thought was that this was between herders and farmers, and now the governor has come up to say that this is more like a genocide. Let me see if I have that here, that it's sponsored by terrorists. Though asked the question that I'd like your thought on, and it is a valid question that a lot of persons have speculated about. Who are those humans that are so vile that they terrorize their own people in this manner? What would be the vain gain that justifies this? Is there any idea, perhaps, in your circles, conversations as to who is behind this and what can be done to get them to justice?
I think a lot of suggestions have been made, a lot of suspicions have been made. And I think even the governor came out to say that these people, although he does not want to, mention, make it an ethnic thing, but he said that there are people who are not even speaking any of the Plateau State languages, and they don't even speak Hausa or Fulani or Kanuri. So these are foreigners. And if they are, I think we have to fish them out.
Because is it not curious? Is it not curious that conversations like that are allowed in your circles? Because, I mean, frankly, is it possible for a non-indigene who does not understand the language of the community to coordinate in the manner that we see in these communities, enter these communities and massacre families? Is that even possible? I mean, we have vigilantes. The community head did say that they were in another community, so they couldn't reach that community in good time to. Is it possible for foreigners to come into a community and commit such mayhem? Really?
Yes. Because let's take a holistic view of what is happening. Think of what is happening in Borno State. Think about the porous borders that we have, and then through Taraba, which is bordering Plateau State. From Taraba, you have incursions from Cameroon, and then of course, from Borno State, all coming into Plateau State. So yes, there are foreigners that are coming into play. And I think we have to really look at this very strongly, because the original idea of herders, farmers, and stuff like that is not tenable anymore. Right now, we are seeing a situation where they are not just coming and grazing down villages, but they are coming for some other things, because mineral resources. And I think these people must be identified properly and then, of course, dealt with.
All right. Before I let you go, I need to push you a little on this subject, because we have a statement from the presidency, and I want to quote a bit from that. It says, "These problems have been with us for more than 2 decades. I have discussed these problems with the governor over time and offered suggestions for lasting peace. But community leaders have warned against negotiating with these killers." So, if the presidency is, I mean, from my layman understanding, is putting the bulk on the Plateau State governor, is there hope, to put it brutally?
Yes, I think there should be hope, because I listened to the governor very closely, and the guy needs some help, seriously. And whoever these people are, he has identified them, and the government, I think, should not just say he should handle it. Handling it he can do if it was just 2 ethnic groups fighting each other. But handling it this time is where we have foreign incursion, and then we need that federal might to come into play. So yes, I think the governor should be listened to at this time.
Dennis, thank you very much for speaking with us. As always, we appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
I must say I'm human. I felt goosebumps just listening to those outcry. And, I mean, the mood is obviously downcast. But is there any hope when they allege military involvement?
Thanks for having me, Felicity. Well, all hope is not lost. That's the truth. But the for the people to continue to be calm, watching the situation, watching how things are happening, watching who is doing what and who is not doing what is what should be the concern of many people. And that's the truth. So if it's for hope, yes, there is hope. Like they will always say, once there's life, there's hope, you know. But when these things continue to happen, reoccurring each and every time, especially when it is not expected, that is the one that is killing most people, you know. So pointing fingers at security operatives and whoever out there would not solve the situation. All that the people are asking for is that everything possible is done to fish out these so-called unknown gunmen or the alleged herdsmen. You know, once they are caught, wherever they are, whoever they may be, and then bring them to justice. I think that is the only way these people would be calm. Not to say that they will be happy because they have lost loved ones. We just heard someone telling us earlier that a family of 8 was wiped out. I mean, this is sad.
Yes, it is really, Chizoba.
Very bad.
It is a very, very sad tale. But is there something you might want to add to the report that you couldn't put in it that you think people should also be aware about?
Well, nothing much. It's just that there will be updates, certainly. We just left the government house a while ago where the state governor, Caleb Mutwan, had just briefed the press to say that situation there has come to a calm condition where he had already spoken to the youth to calm down, not to take the laws into their hands, to cause more mayhem, you know, on the people out there.
Chizoba, I'm told we have very limited time. Sorry to interject so quickly, but this is important. The Presidency issued a statement this evening, virtually putting the matter at the doorstep of the governor. How is that being received locally? Has any sentiment been shared on the matter to your hearing or to your understanding?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So the governor is going to make a state broadcast tomorrow morning. And from whatever he says, he just finished with the security chiefs in the state where they discussed detailed security matters, what would have caused the breach in Bassa, and what may be done to forestall further reoccurrence of such incidents. And of course, by tomorrow morning, he's also going to Bassa to see the situation of things there. And of course, put measures in place to ensure that there's no reoccurrence of this, because, I mean, everybody is tired of this reoccurrence for over 2 decades.
Yeah, I was just asking for people's reaction to the federal government's statement. Has there been any, to your knowledge? Aside from the government,
well, to my knowledge, none for now. Not for now, but earlier on, people kept calling for federal government intervention to come to their aid, improve on the security personnel out there on the ground, to have more security posts there, and of course, for them to be equipped, properly equipped, not just to have them on the ground, because according to them, these marauders that keep attacking them have sophisticated arms and ammunition, and so those protecting them should also have something like that, if not the better ones. You know, so that they'll be sure they are safe in their hands.
You've had a long day. I guess you should go catch some rest now. We'll leave you. Thank you very much for the update.
Thank you for having me.